didn't you tell me you were shooting a video? What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy Perry here from powerlifting.website, your go-to resource for all beginning powerlifting information. And today I'm here to talk about how many days do you think you should be deadlifting? Why do I think I'm qualified to talk about this? Well, in my own programming, I have screwed myself and deadlifted 3 times a week. Heavy deadlifts 3 times a week. And what happened? Well, I'm going to talk about that in the video. Before I get into anything, though, well, this is the video, so that's besides the point. Alright, before I get into anything, though, I want to tell you guys, I am not your physician. Obviously, there's things that's different for everybody. I'm not the end-all, be-all. Obviously, I do research, and I apply things to my own body. I'll go to physicians' websites, and I look at things that actually affect the body. But you're different. So do your own research and do things that work for you. If you're getting stronger by deadlifting 4 times a week, more power to you. But that's it for that. Let's get into it. So, my personal experience, I've deadlifted before meets, like in a peaking period, I've deadlifted 3 times a week, heavy. My max at the time was like 400. No, well, it's not 400, but my 5 rep max was like 425, 435. So I was deadlifting like that for multiple sets, multiple times a week. I was doing sumo and conventional, and then deficit deadlifts. It was a lot of stuff. Trap bar deadlifts. I was screwing myself. My grip was shot. It's not good. Why is that? Well, my central nervous system, this is what I found. The central nervous system needs to recover after heavy weights like that. Constantly gripping 400 pounds it's not helpful. Like my hands, like it starts to fail, obviously. My body, I was tearing my body up. Like on the sumos, obviously my legs, like I was screwing my quads up. Like I was actually starting to feel like a sharp pain in my quads. I thought I tore it, and I'm pretty sure I did. My grip, I was dropping weights, I was shaking, and that's another a sign of like central nervous system fatigue. After heavy deadlift sessions, like after I did that for multiple weeks, I did that for like 2 months or a month straight. Obviously, I kept doing it, but I didn't realize like why is the weight constantly getting lighter. So I was tired constantly. I would wake up tired after like 10 hours of sleep, 12 hours of sleep. I would still go to the gym, but I didn't know why. So obviously, what I realized after doing that is that I had to taper off. So instead of doing 3 deadlift sessions a week, I realized my body responds best to one heavy deadlift session a week. I can do that and then do assistance work. And that works for me. So, and with this, and in the post, I'll go into more detail about this, but I started using the 5-3-1 principle for my peaking, or 5-3-1 programming by Jim Wendler for my peaking. So instead of going multiple times a week for each lift, which is what I was doing, I would squat 2 times a week, I would bench 2 times a week, and deadlift, since I was so like into deadlifting, I would do it 3 times a week. Sometimes after a squat session, sometimes it's not helpful though. So yeah, and it also depends. Another thing that you want to pay attention to, like I said, my central nervous system was shot. My grip was crap. I was waking up feeling like crap.
Okay.
Like I said, it depends on your recovery capacity. I am not very good with recovery. I'm very powerful, but like endurance and just dealing with stuff like that, like my body doesn't work like that. So obviously I had to taper down my work to 1 day per lift and then assistance work. That's just me though. You may be able to deadlift 2 times a week heavy and then just do like different variations of the lift and still be able to progress. No lifter I know has been able to do main movements multiple times a week. Well, that's not true. But a lot of lifters, I've done research on this, and I've heard of tons of lifters and very like famous lifters saying that they as soon as they stopped deadlifting and doing heavy compound movements multiple times a week, they started shooting up. Larry Wills is one guy who said that, because it makes sense. The work that you do in the gym isn't like where the progress happens. It's the recovery that deals with the progress. Obviously, the work, you want to still be making heavier, being able to lift heavier weights and being able to do more reps and stuff like that in the gym, but the effects of those weights, that doesn't set in until you start to recover. Yeah, so it depends on you. Most will tell you, hey, do heavy compound movements once a week, because the deadlift, for one, is very taxing on the central nervous system. It's not coming from me, it's coming from doctors. Yeah, so you want to just make sure you're paying attention to that. If you want to add in other movements. Like some people say they do technical days instead of doing heavy deadlift days. Twice a week they'll do a heavy session, and then they'll add in like a technical lighter session with 50 to 60% of their 1 rep max, and then do like volume with that just to get it down pat, like get their bodies used to the movement. It trains their central nervous system, helps them use their body more efficiently and not keep from losing energy. But like I said, more on that will be on the post. I will link out to the post in the description, so don't forget to check that out. Also, like and subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm producing, because I will constantly be producing more of this because I like to put out research. And I'll see you guys at the next one.